Hello, my name is Lilli. I am a graduate of the Round Rock Early College High School class of 2020 and am currently a senior at the University of North Texas. I'm so grateful that all of you are here at this conference, and I hope that my presentation will help provide some insight into the early college high school model and how open education resources played a role. So I will start screen sharing. So it will basically go into how open education resources played a role at the early college high school. And we will go a little bit more into what that looks like and what that meant for me and my classmates in our case study. So hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll develop a better understanding of the role open education resources plays at this progressive high school model that is relatively new to the United States. Develop a better understanding of how open education resources may serve underrepresented students that are less likely to attend college or attend higher education opportunities, and develop a better understanding of open education resources accessibility and impact on a school that has typically less access to resources or are located in communities that have less access to resources that will further their education opportunities. So going into what an early college high school is through support systems. Early college high schools specifically target and serve underrepresented students. So underrepresented students mean that students who have historically not had access to higher education opportunities. So this includes first generation college students, low income students, racial and ethnic minorities, or students that are designated as at-risk students. So what this school model aims to do is provide a no-cost or low-cost solution to these student populations. So through different partnerships and agencies, they work together to create an experience for students where students are able to attend high school and earn their high school diploma at the same time they're earning an associate's degree from a community college. So within 4 years, students will graduate with a high school diploma and an associate's degree at the same time. So this involves partnerships, this involves accountability, all geared towards student success for these populations that are historically underrepresented within higher education. And the goal is for them to complete this program and go on to pursue further education, earn the bachelor's degrees, or even to graduate school, whatever that looks like for them, get them to the next stage of life with the skills and preparation needed to succeed at that next level. So this is a photo of Round Rock Early College High School, which is the high school that we will be using in this presentation. And this is also the high school that I attended. So as you can see, it's very small, just 3 portables. The administration building is the closest one, and behind that is Spanish, world geography, our college preparation course, and English, as well as 3 other portables, which are not pictured, that are also part of the school, but that gives a little bit of a visual. So being the first graduating class, we experienced many challenges. So as it is a school that serves at-risk populations and underrepresented populations, it's a more difficult group to work with in some ways, groups that have additional barriers. So we experienced considerable turnover. Teachers and administration were stressed out from a lack of support and a lack of resources, as we did need that additional support in order to succeed for students and for teachers. So the teachers' experiences also impacted the students. We utilized an educational model within the classrooms of early college high school called Engage to Learn, which students are supposed to facilitate their own learning and their own success through peer-led instruction and leadership. However, because of the challenges that teachers and administration faced, the necessary components of having teachers there as supports and students having that environment, which is academically focused due to student mental health issues and a lack of support, again, like from teachers, counselors, administration that were stressed out by other issues within the school, it really added some additional stressors to students where it made it harder to achieve learning objectives, and resources were scarce, distributed, and largely unknown. And students also did not feel like their needs were being met academically. So those were some of the challenges that we had experienced as the first graduating class. So where open education resources came in is that we have this school where students are not really getting what they need from higher up just due to the problems that were found up there. So with the barriers that we were facing, we needed something to help us pass these courses that still were receiving work. And we have to take the Texas state of Texas academic assessment of readiness, the STAR test, as well as the national AP exams for our AP courses. So we needed to pass these in order to meet our goals, despite not having the support from above. And what we did is that we turned to the internet, we Googled, we found databases, we found research. We had to use our own selves and basically like form a community. This helped us form a community, the search for open education resources, because we all experienced the same need. And so some things that we used, A/B test resources, vocabulary Quizlets, and this as a result helped us feel more prepared at that level. So we were able to increase our own confidence, increase our knowledge. We had access to materials that catered to a wide variety of learning styles. So we have visual learners, audio learners, and we could find open education resources that like met our different needs and helped us actually learn the material. And one thing that was really cool was for career exploration. We were able to find different resources that supported us academically and career-wise that we did not know of if it was not for the open education resources. That was what opened our eyes and exposed us to something that continued to help motivate us through this rigorous curriculum that we were going through with earning a high school and college diploma at the same time. And engaging with the open education resources increased our feeling of self-efficacy as underrepresented students who typically did not feel seen and heard. We had an idea that despite the challenges at our school, that education was available to us and that we could succeed and make it to our goals as who we are, and that there was a place for us and educators out there that did support us actively, even if they did not know it at the time, through these resources being made available to us. So as mentioned before, open education resources did help build community at my high school, and also encouraged us to it also encouraged us as student leaders, because we saw that these resources were available to us academically, but they also helped support us in other ways, helped us manage the many stressors that we faced as students and as people. And it really did help us see like where the people were helping each other out as a community. And this really helped us within our own community and helping to address needs that we had. It gave us that sense of empowerment to do that, seeing open education resources and having access to them and seeing what they looked like. So in conclusion, open education resources really benefited our school. It made the difference between us being able to graduate from the school and being able to access the next opportunities for us, and understanding that adults in education are actively involved in making these resources available, that they believe that anybody out there, no matter what school or what community you live in, can be learners and can be achievers. And it really just helped us with peer support, understanding how like we could support each other as students, how we could continue to contribute to our community, to our campus. And I'm just so glad for open education resources and how they helped break the cycle of poverty that is typical for students at my school. Thank you.